Welcome to the Naturally Stupid podcast with
AJ and Sam.
Yeah. Welcome back to the Naturally Stupid podcast. Oh my god. Men ain't shit. Be a lesbian. Here's why. That's the intro.
That's it.
Tune in, girlies.
Men aren't shit. If you have been watching and listening to every episode, you will know that I have been in a serious relationship for a long time. And I've mentioned that I've been in it for way longer than the podcast has existed. Almost 3 years. And I found out this week that this man has been lying and cheating about every single fucking thing for the last 3 years. Literally never told me a solid truth.
And he's probably listening, so hey. How are
Fuck
ya?
you, Leo.
Okay, we're gonna name drop because, First Amendment right, freedom of speech, so,
And there's, a bajillion Leos out there. Who'd have...
Right. And technically, this ain't slander. This is just fact, no cap.
So...
Go ahead. Start the tea.
He would leave the house all the time to make phone calls. Didn't know why. Always told me he was talking to his family, which, whatever. Go get your privacy. I get it. Except he would literally hide, and he would not let me see his phone. He would not let me see the screen. He would hide it and turn it off and shit. I went to turn off his phone because he left a video playing, and then I saw messages from a girl on there that I told him to block because he had been cheating with her once before, and I gave him a second chance. So I turned his phone off, and I beat the fuck out of him. I smacked him with his own phone. And I was like, what the fuck is this? And his first response was, I get it. I'm sorry.
Anything else would have been fine. But this bitch said, oh.
And I was like, I don't want you out. I want you to stop cheating.
Right.
And he was like, okay. Blocked her again. Knew that wasn't going to last. I go to get us dinner the following day. And as soon as I get back, I get a message of him pretty much stating that he's leaving. For good. I go in the room. And in the 30 minutes it took me to get dinner, he had packed everything out of the room. And left.
Really?
Yeah, he took off with the girl he was cheating with.
Where the fuck he at now?
Ontario.
Oh, he ruining Ontario.
Ontario was already ruined.
Well, it just got worse.
Yeah.
Damn.
And he told me from the start that he was a virgin. And I didn't really buy that completely, but I was like, fuck it if you are. I mean...
Yeah. Although he gave off... He could be a fuckboy, but some of the things he said, I was just like,
okay, what tipped me off most, but I didn't say anything about it because I was like, maybe he just got lucky. The first time we did it, he did not struggle to get it in. He knew exactly what he was doing.
Red flag.
And at first I was like, maybe he got lucky.
Nobody gets lucky. It's men. Men ain't shit. They can't fucking find the clitoris if it's right in front of their face.
That's another thing. He knew where that was. And I found out from a friend that I was talking to today that he, in fact, was not. She has known him since he was 16. I met him when he was 20. He would have, hookups at least twice a week. Sometimes 3 times a week. With almost every girl in his town.
He really...
I could have caught something.
Right.
Because he told me he was he lied to me. I could have caught something.
Although, yeah,
I still have to go get tested.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, that's probably a good thing to do, because knowing him, he probably had something and he didn't even know.
Exactly. And I think he caught something, and then we did something, because he was always complaining about it itching, and I was like, oh.
Because you couldn't have given it to him, because you were faithful.
That us.
Okay, I want to ask, what were what was the first time you had an inkling that something was fishy?
He got defensive over everything. He used to introduce me to all his friends, show me off, talk about me, post me, on his Facebook and stuff. I knew something was wrong. He deleted the post about me. He removed a cover photo of me in it. He changed his status to single on Facebook. Told me it was because people were questioning it, and I was like, "So tell them you're engaged. Like,
Right.
what's the
There's
problem?"
no
And
problem
then he removed me from all the Discord servers. Stopped letting me meet all his friends. Wouldn't talk to me about anything. And every time someone would ask, who's talking in the background of his calls or whatever, he'd turn around. He's like, "That's my girlfriend." And I'm like, yeah.
That's fucked. Especially if the girl he was talking to was apparently okay with it. He could have been a lot more stealthy if he just was like, hey, this is my fiance. Hey, this is, you know.
I was like, okay.
Like, what was the problem? Did he need to add more fucking notches to his belt? What?
Don't know. Do not fucking know.
Because there's 2 of you that we know of. How many fucking others do you think he had?
Yeah, because I told you about both times that he was cheating.
Yeah.
The girl named Amanda and this one's named Kaya. Which someone that you know might know her because she's 17. And she's grown up in the Ontario Crestline area.
I think I might know. Wait,
is she blonde?
I think so.
Does she have short hair?
Yeah.
Like shoulder?
Well, I think she shaved it recently. Because that's Landon's girlfriend right now. And we went to school together.
How old is he? Because this guy is 17 and she lives in Ontario. With her parents.
What the fuck? Well, okay. It could be a coincidence. Because they've been dating for a while.
The last thing
And Landon listens.
Okay, well, on her Facebook, she cheated on her boyfriend too because she was taken. So she cheated on her boyfriend too. She cheated on him, he cheated on me to get together.
Okay, I'm just gonna give it the benefit of a doubt that it's different people.
It was here. It's like a bob cut almost now. In the last few months, it was like a bob cut.
Okay.
On Facebook.
I mean, if you can have a picture, because I don't want to. Because if he does listen, I don't want to be like, hey, this is her.
Yeah, I know.
But the fact that you were like, this location, this.
What if I spelled the name Kai? Because there's a lot of ways to spell it.
I wouldn't know how to spell it.
You don't have her on Snapchat or anything?
No.
Fuck.
I only knew her.
Would you know her last name if I told you on
the
podcast? I'm about to message Landon and be like, what's your girl's last name?
Give me all your deeds. Okay, but Landon, if you're listening, we're not pointing fingers, but
I'd keep it out.
Because they've been dating for a while, which is why I'm like, and he loves her. They love each other.
Mm-hmm.
But apparently, in your case scenario,
love don't mean shit.
That don't mean shit.
Love does not mean a goddamn thing.
Yeah.
At least I actually put actual love out. He was just like, sure, I love you too.
Damn, he barely put out.
He did for the first year.
Yeah, until he got a limp dick phase.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know how hard it is? I went through a phase in the relationship where I would try so hard. I would put makeup on. I would get new lingerie. I would try to entice. I had a full get up on so many times, and he didn't have a single physical reaction. He's just, you look nice, got back on his games.
Something doesn't add up there.
Because
if my girl came in with a whole ass get up, I'd be like,
exactly.
Are we about to 50 Shades of Grey this shit right now? We going all night. That's the type of shit I would, that would be my reaction.
So, unless I have been, depressed and manic, back and forth. Because, that's 3 years of my life that I was living a total lie. I threw everything away to try and make this work.
Yeah.
I blocked friends out of my life because he felt uncomfortable because he thought I was talking to them. Ironic, right?
Right. I was about to say, little did he. Oh my god.
Actually, he cheated on me 3 times.
What?
I don't think I told you about the first one. Sid.
You mentioned the name. I don't remember a specific time you told me about it.
He was talking to her about how he was only dating me for practice, and
I roughly remember this.
He was only dating me for practice just in case he actually got a chance with her and they were being flirty and shit. She was engaged too at the time.
Damn, I guess girls ain't shit either.
Fuck humanity.
You better fuck with those non-binary people, because they got it going on, apparently.
I was so pissed about that. And I messaged her and I was like, why the fuck are you talking to my man? And she was like, ha, don't know what you're talking about, blocked.
That, she set herself up doing that shit.
And then Leo got mad at me for messaging her. And I was like,
The audacity.
I was like, sir.
Sir.
Fuck you.
No, sir.
So I've been manic. I literally, for no reason, packed my life up minimally and went to another state for the night. I hooked up with 2 people, a girl and a guy last night. In the same fucking night.
Can we get a hoorah? Can we get a hell yeah? Hell yeah.
Tell me you're bisexual without telling me you're bisexual.
Here's my Snapchat list. Oh.
More like my Tinder.
Speaking of Tinder, before this fucking episode, we were going through the guys because it just came on naturally, and we were looking at these motherfuckers, and that just looking at them adds on to the fact that men ain't shit. Yeah.
And there's some funny ass bios in here too.
Like, give us an example.
All right. This man. I promise you that my butt is bigger than yours. Also, a gym buddy would be peachy. And then he just has his height thrown in there.
I feel like everyone does. Because everyone always needs I want someone shorter than me. I want someone who's like 4 feet taller than me. Like, what? Who gives a shit about height these days? You better have low-ass standards if you're dating in 2021.
Yeah. I showed you pictures of the people that were trying to
look like fucking randomized Wii characters that you fucking get. Like, you fucking bowling and you're picking between, like, the default characters.
That's what they look like.
Oh my god. And, like, I do remember first time meeting Leo, I still have the video of him shocking me with an electric fly swatter.
Oh, I blocked him on everything. I removed him from everything. I deleted all our albums. I deleted all the pictures of him. I made sure there's no way he can contact me at all. And then before I left the last server, because he forgot that I was in there, I posted all the receipts and left. Oh! And he's not an admin, so he can't remove them.
Oh,
I posted everything. I messaged both his friends, and they spread it around his friend group. He literally only has the girl that he cheated on me with now.
Speaking of friends, you were telling me about his camping trips. So tell us about that.
He would tell me that he was going camping with friends, and like he's country boy. I was like, sure, go camping, do whatever the fuck you want. It's
country
Ohio.
Boy. I thought I loved you.
He was like, I'll go fishing. I'm gonna go camping, and I was like, okay,
like that's fine. Take a couple days break. Like that's fine.
I was not like trying to be controlling, and he would tell people that I would never let him do anything. I literally always was like, AJ, do you want to do something? Leo's going out for the weekend again.
Right, and we would have a blast.
Yeah.
Sex shops, closed Starbucks, walking through Myers because we live in fucking Ohio.
Why is our Starbucks always closed?
That's not the problem. Ohio is the problem.
But I was messaging that friend that he supposedly went camping with 3-4 times.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, yeah, the only time I really trusted him was when he told me that he was going camping with you a few times. And he was like, a few? And I was like, yeah. He said, we only went camping once.
So he camping at some other girl's house.
And I was like, oh, okay. I get it. He was like, he came over to my house a few times, but like to help with the tanks or whatever. But other than that, we only went camping once.
I wouldn't call that camping.
And he was like telling me all this. I said, no, every time he went to your house, he told me he was going to your house, but
camping was just camping.
Yeah.
Apparently not just camping.
Yeah.
That's fucked. I don't think I would have caught that though. If someone told me a few times, the fact that he was like, not few, one.
Yeah. Well, I guess because
he caught on the bullshit too.
He was like,
wait a damn second. What the fuck you just say to me?
I love this man though. I won't say his name because I don't know Leo like showed this to him. I won't say his
Mhm.
name, but I love him. He's a gay icon.
Okay. We love you, man. Unnamed man.
He's really been getting me through this.
And that's awesome that a friend of his
Saw his bullshit and was like, literally the girl.
The tables or the turn have tabled.
The girl that I thought he was hooking up with in the first place, which I found out he wasn't. She's asexual. Never hooked up with him.
R.
Huh?
R.
R.
Got it.
Literally invited me over to her house to come watch movies with her when I found out that he cheated. She was like, fuck that man. Come watch movies with me.
The person you're sus about is like, you want a vibe?
Yeah.
That's some top tier shit right there.
And I knew the girl he was cheating on me with was sus because I was like, most of the time when I was sus about a girl, I could add her and we'd talk and it'd be fine. And I'd be like, oh. And typically he wasn't talking to her. This girl, every time I tried to add her on something, she'd block me.
That's fucked.
And I was like, red flag everywhere.
His whole vibe was a red flag. The fact that, like, I don't remember. Apparently, you were telling me that I called him a sex icon, but in my mind, I was like, "You're a virgin." The stuff that's coming out of your mouth is so virgin-y.
No, I found out from the friend that I was talking to before. On top of like me and God knows how many girls he's been fucking with around here, she knows how many in town. His body count before me was in the 20s.
What the?
So he's probably in like 40s or 50s now. Yeah, it's fucked. Do you see why I want to get tested now?
No wonder he's so fucking tired all the time. What the hell? Like, ever since I known him, he's just always tired.
Always. That's fine.
And no offense,
but
dude, you're not that attractive.
Like, you're...
Although I'm a Lesbian, so...
He's above average.
Debatable.
Physique-wise, he's above average.
I will give you that.
Facially, he's cute. But physique, he's above average. But that's a lot.
I guess for your standards. I didn't mean that if that came off bad.
Thank you.
As soon as it came out of my mouth, I was like, oh, I'm a bitch. I mean, like, I guess everyone just has different standards, but to me, I probably wouldn't touch him with a 10-foot pole.
The thing is, he manipulated my paranoia so bad. Like, every time I'd get paranoid, he was like, you need to back off, you need to calm down, you're being crazy, you know, like, he would always tell me that I was being dumb about it.
You never call a girl dumb.
No, he would call me dumb, and he would, on a regular basis, be like, you need to calm down. It's nothing. You're being crazy. And I was like...
Yeah, thanks for the reassurance. Right.
Literally, he would not reassure me. Like, would not do it. And I was like, red flag.
But apparently he made you so anxious that you thought he was fucking with me.
Because you guys were really close friends, and at that point, I thought you could talk comfortably and joke with him, and at that point, I didn't know who was doing what with him at all, so I was like, no!
Surprise! We fought! No, I'm just kidding.
I was waiting for that message at some point, and I was like, I'll kill myself today.
I'll
go off the grid.
Okay, stop getting flashbacks from your 8th birthday party. I said I'm sorry already, okay? God!
The root of my trust issue.
It started with me. Hey, you still stuck with me after fucking 16 years, so that's on you, bitch. Don't trust anyone.
Life lesson, don't trust anyone. Even your closest friend.
Even your fucking co-host.
But no, like, he had me so anxious that I thought he was talking to you, and I was like, if my best friend and my boyfriend are... I'll disappear.
I'll fucking Harry Houdini this shit and be gone.
Yeah.
Oh. I don't think I could. Even if you guys were not a thing and he would hit on me, maybe if I had drinks.
Which he would constantly pressure you to do.
Oh my gosh.
He would
okay.
He would pressure me to drink.
Mom, if you're listening to this, sorry, but I got wasted at their house one time. Sorry about it, but it's a thing. And I will say this, I got way too drunk, but I was gonna stay there anyway.
Yeah.
Or you dropped me off, but that's another
That's a whole separate adventure.
That's another story.
The 15-minute drive was a whole separate adventure.
No, we're not talking about this. No, time out, stop. But yeah, that was another thing that like got me a little off-putting, because I was way too drunk. That's the drunkest I've ever been, and he was still like, "Oh my god, take a shot with me. Oh my god." And I sobered up, and like it was a couple days later or the next day, and he was like, "We need to drink more." And I was like, "You need to stop."
I found out that he was hiding it from me. But apparently since he was like 17, I think, he had alcohol problems. And then when I was cleaning out the room, like trying to get rid of the last of his shit, by the way, we have a lot of shit to burn. Because if he wanted
bonfire party.
If he wanted it, he should have taken it.
Yeah, there's no way he's coming back. The shit he packed is the shit he got.
Yeah. He left one of his really prized senior DVDs of band, and I literally went on the porch while my dad was smoking a cigarette. He looked at me, he's like, "What are you doing?"
His what CD?
Senior band CD.
I never got one of those. Although I wasn't a senior in
His
band.
parents recorded it.
Oh!
His parents recorded it.
Got an artifact from the parents.
And he left it there. And I went outside while I was crying, and my dad was like, "Are you okay?" And I took a fucking mallet and broke it.
Scotty's just like, "Are you good?"
And I hit that so many times. It was shattered. And I swept it off and threw it away or whatever. And he was like, "Are you purging the room?" And I was like, "Yes." And I walked back in the house with the mallet, and he was like, "Oh no."
Oh my gosh.
He was probably like, "She's gonna kill someone."
Hey, but there's a plus side to this whole situation. You can spend more time with me.
He would get upset when I wanted to go to your house sometimes.
Why?
Like those nights that you were like, "We should have a movie night." He was like, "I don't want you going over there."
I remember I stopped doing that because you guys hung out so much, and I didn't want to be like that third wheel.
Yeah, he would not let me come to movie nights anymore because he thought that...
We're gonna turn that off. If you kept hearing buzzing, you didn't. Don't mind it.
He kept thinking that we were having a huge get together and that I was cheating on him. Again, funny as fuck, he would always think that I was cheating on him.
But you would have every right to, even if you did.
I'll be honest, after I found out he was cheating the first time, I did cheat on him once.
Okay, but to an extent, that's justified.
Well, yeah, because I now know that he was...
And that's just not being your hype girl. I'm just being like...
I felt like shit about it. I hated myself for it, and I was like, I didn't need to do that. But now knowing how many people he slept with before that, and it wasn't just that one girl, beforehand, I don't feel like shit anymore.
You probably feel like a bad bitch for doing that. Better.
That's the guy I went to go sleep with last night.
Oh!
The one that you came to pick me up from his house with Leo in your white truck. And Chad.
That trip, that was a trip.
He moved a lot closer. It's an hour now.
No, but I was anxious to be in the car with him.
Why?
Because he just always gave me a vibe. And I knew he would either talk about boring shit, but the thing is, he played his music. And I have this thing where, I always, if I'm driving, I know some people are like, "Oh, if I'm driving, I get the aux cord." But I always let my passenger get the aux cord. And it's not like I'm going to play some My Little Pony shit, although that's what I probably would have done. He blasted his music. He didn't really talk much. He stole my snacks, which I was a little upset about.
I'm not surprised.
My fucking Cheez-It chips. Cause I'm nice. I was like, "Hey, you want some?" Or
he was like,
"You want one?" One? And he goes, "Fuck, those are good." Sticks his crusty hands in my bag. I'll never get those Cheez-It chips back. But yeah, he was upset with you that day.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't want to be in the middle of this. But what's happening? Because it was awkward the rest of the 2 hours coming back.
Yeah, I started crying in the back seat, and he was like, "Why are you crying?" And I was like,
Why are you crying? I know, he was kind of a dick.
He was so mad at me that day, and I was like, that wasn't even the day that I did anything. That was the day that I ran away because he was getting to the point where I thought he was going to get physical with me, so I ran away.
Mm-hmm. No offense, he kind of looks like the guy that would slap a bitch.
He never did it while sober. There was one time he got really drunk at my parents' house, and he got mad at me, and he hit me.
In front of your parents?
My parents went to bed, and we were downstairs drinking because they would leave us alone all the time. Because they were like, you can't be in a room with a closed door, but like, just you can stay in the living room,
Yeah.
you know, because people would come up and down all night.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, it was just us. And then he looked at me, looked at my poor friend who he also made drink too much, was puking in a bucket, and was like, "How would you feel about a threesome?"
What if that's his thing? He gets somebody drunk.
He might. He's a fucking weirdo.
I mean, I'm not going to jump to that conclusion because I know a lot of people would take that seriously, but it's just a theory now that we're like examining it with unbiased eyes now. Well, a little biased, but we have a right.
He played me hard.
And he wasn't really that good at it. Like being a player.
Considering I found 3 times.
Yeah. And he was still like, it's not what it looked like. It's exactly what it looks like.
Stop lying.
But at least he's gone. Hopefully he won't come back. Go be happy. Oops, excuse me. Go be happy with your other girl that you're probably cheating on.
Oh, he is. Before I could block his contact on my Tinder, his profile popped up. And hear me out. You have to be active that day for it to be like recently active.
Oh,
he was recently active.
I know the rules of. Not that I have it, but I've watched like cheating, get caught cheating on YouTube a lot.
I get if you forget, like when you get in a relationship. I get if you forget to like disable your account before you delete it or whatever.
Right.
He was recently active, and then I had to go tell this poor girl that her boyfriend was cheating because then one of his best friends popped up and they're engaged.
Oh.
And he was recently active, and he matched with me.
Why
like, he tried to match with me.
Why is everyone engaged and cheating?
If you're gonna get engaged, why did he propose to me?
With a spoon ring.
That I understood because I told him that I didn't like jewelry, like chunky jewelry.
Yeah.
I would still love to get a spoon ring from someone, just because I don't like the big.
I feel like some can look good.
I just don't like it because of my profession now.
Yeah.
Because I'm taking gloves on and off all the time, and it gets caught.
I just know the first time I heard spoon ring, I was like, okay, Kentucky? What the fuck?
What the fuck is it?
We go around town. Yeah, to an extent, like if people like spoon rings, like go use them. But I don't know. I guess I don't know. If I was proposing to someone, I feel like
I should have taken that as a red flag.
Because I feel like that's so easy to get. And I get if the girl is like, I want a spoon ring. Like that, I get.
Yeah.
But is that what you did?
Pretty much. He was like, if and when I propose, what kind of ring do you want? And we went through some, and I noticed like the flat ones, and he was like, oh, a spoon ring. I can do those. So that's what he ended up getting me. Because it was the only one that I was like, yeah, I could wear that to work. Because I worked in the food industry and now in the medical field, so I was always putting gloves on.
Yeah. Because, I guess it was good of him to ask, but that wouldn't be my first option if I didn't ask. And they wanted something like normal.
Yeah.
Or not normal, but plain.
I should have taken it as a red flag when he proposed, I think, 7 months in.
Yeah. Well, okay, why would he propose if, like, he's just gonna hoe around forever?
Don't know.
So, I guess we kind of established, like, you're doing better now.
I'm doing a lot better than I was the first 2 days. The first 2 days, you were like, are you okay? No.
Because I felt bad because I got a puppy around the time
You
shit
literally
hit
got
the fan.
you got a puppy the day that
I
I was
know.
like, he cheated and left.
And I was like, oh, because I really felt bad because I wanted to hang out.
Mhm.
Because knowing this puppy now, little Satan bitch, I'm like, I need out of the house, but I can't. So I don't know. I really felt bad because it was because I remember you texted me 3 times that day.
Yeah,
It was hey, and I would be like hey back, and you'd be like, hey, you want to hang out? And then a couple hours later, hey, I need to hang out.
Yeah, it wasn't like, can you?
I need to get out of the house, and at that point,
I was about to come over and just sit with you and the fucking dog.
I almost was like, hey, do you just want to come over because I can't go anywhere? But I didn't know if you would be like, I just want to sulk in a dark room.
I did too. I cried a lot. And I broke a lot of his shit.
That's good.
And then my dad came in, and I kid you not, he saw that I was upset, so he went to Five Below, bought me a big bag of cotton candy, cheap ass Halloween decorations that like the blow up balloons or whatever that spell boo,
Yeah.
and then a little Nightmare Before Christmas light, and told me that men aren't shit.
Scotty's the only man that ain't shit.
And then
He went to our favorite store and was like, discounted shit? Your favorite.
And then he bought me pizza today because I haven't been eating, like, literally including liquid calories the last 3 days before today. I had maybe 500 calories. Including liquid. I did not eat.
Mm-hmm.
And he bought me a pizza today, and he was like, you want food? And I was like, you got me pizza? Scotty!
But yeah, I mean, Scotty's just the man. Like,
he's trying so hard because my mom's not around, and my mom was like, you need to let it hurt. Cry it all out. Get on Tinder.
and then Scotty's like, pizza? You want some pizza? You okay? Men ain't shit. You want some pizza? I love Scotty.
Scotty has a bad past, and he used to cheat a lot when he was younger.
That's probably why he's like, pizza?
He used to cheat a lot when he was younger. So whenever I was like, I should have seen all the flags, he was like, that was a man that was hiding shit. I tried to tell you that was a man that was hiding shit, but I didn't want to hurt you.
Did he really?
He was like, I tried to, but I didn't want to hurt you, and I didn't want to make your paranoia worse, just in case. But that was a man that was hiding shit, and I should know. I hid shit. I was like, valid, Scotty. Thank you.
Yeah. But I remember I was really scared because you guys were in a committed relationship, or at least you were. And I was like debating on just leaving the house with you, although I really couldn't because I was like, I'm gonna get a call that she's dead. Like on some real shit. I was worried that like that shit was gonna happen.
It almost did. I'm not gonna lie. I made a call to the suicide hotline. I'm not gonna lie. It broke me.
Mm-hmm.
That I moved from my town. I left everything behind. I started a stable career. I spent all this money on him, making sure that he was happy and stable. And
right, you were cooking, you were cleaning, you had that WAP.
Yeah, I was always like, if you want something, tell me you want it, I'll get it. I would wake up in the middle of the night and go make him food. I would, on my work days, still take him to work and pick him up, even though the commute was 30 minutes there and back.
Mm-hmm.
It was a 2-hour drive every single day to take him to work and bring him home from work.
And you were barely sleeping.
Because I had to go to work that night anyways.
Yeah. So you were this man's lifeline, and he had the audacity to just shit on you.
I paid all his bills. He's gonna sink.
Honestly, everything. I hope.
I paid his phone bills. I paid his rent. I paid for his food. I paid for his games. I paid for his
computer,
his insurance.
His fucking...
I covered all his extra bills. I took him out to eat all the time. To like spoil him or whatever. And
all you asked in return was...
love, affection, and loyalty.
And like the occasional date, which is understandable because he's either sleeping, working, or on the computer.
And he like would make time for me. Sometimes he would get off and watch a show with me. But every time he would do that, he's like, you want to do something? And I'm like, not really, but okay.
Mm-hmm. Sorry to get deep for y'all, but we just had to be honest.
Like that, This breakup hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was with Levi for, 5 years? And then I
Mhm.
had that little gap in between or whatever.
Mm-hmm. But Levi,
I got over Levi.
he's a different breed.
I got over him so easily. I was like, no, fuck it. Fuck him. I'm going to be better off without him. Like, but I also didn't live with him. I didn't take care of him. I didn't, like...
Mm-hmm. And he was, like, almost intentionally a shitty person. Just straight up. Whereas Leo, he was better at hiding it, I guess. He put up a better good
He's
front.
manipulative and he was a narcissist. So anytime that I started feeling like he didn't love me, which he didn't, he would start love bombing me. He would take me on dates and he would talk to me and watch movies and he would cuddle and all this other shit. He would do that to keep me around because there's a few times that I was like, I think I want to leave.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, no.
Because honestly, it's either leave, because I know you guys, I don't know if you want to talk about it. You had a break?
Mm-hmm.
Or not, yeah, break.
Yeah, we had a break.
And you were just like...
I was a mess.
You were either, if you want to leave, leave. But if you want to be with me, then stop fucking around.
Yeah, like, I told you that day, I was like, hey, I sent him a text and I was like, if he wants to be single, he needs to tell me he wants to be single, like, today. And he told me that he didn't want to, so I have hope.
Mm-hmm.
I gave him so many chances to be single if he wanted to. Like, I always asked him, I was like, are you unhappy with me? Do you want to be single? He kept saying no.
But of course he would say no, because you gave him everything.
But then he would go to my grandma and my dad and be like, she doesn't clean up, she doesn't do shit. And
The audacity.
He'd always tell him that the room looked like that because of me.
He told me that. Or the room, at least. I don't know about the she doesn't do shit. Maybe he brought it up, but I know specifically he would almost always say, I can't fucking clean the room because it's her stuff.
No, it's not.
There's fucking coins on the ground where he probably dropped out Alfredo. Which he made me the one night put coins in, because he was like giving me shit to do that he didn't want to do.
He was like, you want to do something? You want to put coins in here?
To be fair, it came out with a good picture. Go see on my Finsta, but
I forgot you posted it on there.
But yeah, he just always gave me bad vibes. There was some days where I was like, okay, you're kind of cool.
Like the days we went to the fair or whatever, it was like chill.
Mm-hmm.
Or like the skate park.
Mm-hmm. But he was always weird when I took pictures of you two. You
took pictures of us?
Yeah.
I never noticed.
Because we were on the strawberries.
Mm-hmm.
And I took a picture of y'all. And you were on you were on the scrambler.
He would cover his face. Or like try to cover it or like look away.
It was either that or he'd be like, freak. I want to see if I can find the fucking picture. Because I remember on Snapchat, they'll be like, oh, remember this memory?
It's probably because I told him at one point and I was like, it'd be really hard for you to cheat and me not find out around here. So I wasn't worried about it because we were like joking around about it. I was like, yeah, it'd be really hard. Because I'm friends with AJ and, if anyone saw you or knew that you were with me or whatever, they would tell her. And he was like, yeah. He probably had that oh shit moment because he realized that he's living in the town
I know everybody. Honestly,
like,
everybody trusts me with everything.
I know, but you have like connections and shit. And he was like,
you say that like I have like a fucking mafia.
You could be.
Got connections.
You could be.
Don't out me like that, bitch.
But he would always get weird. It's probably that. He was scared that if he posted it, that someone was going to be like...
I did post it on my Snapchat, and I have like 200, 300 people.
He was probably like, someone's going to see that.
I need to find it. It was... It was around August, I think. Oh my god, I have the photo. Oh, I just need to go to Google Photos and go through your name. Have you saved by name? Or saved by face. Google's weird with that shit.
It really is. But he would like love bomb and... Yeah, he looked terrified.
Yeah, because knowing me, I took a picture off guard. But there's another one on my Snapchat, and I put like 2 idiots. But it didn't really have him in it. And he always kind of looked at me because I always kind of had my phone. Because one of my goals is to document more.
Mm-hmm.
But if I can find it, I'll show you.
I know which one you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was like, damn, you really didn't get on with us and then called us idiot.
I don't think there was room. And I didn't want to be like hey, just in the fucking tiny ass scrambler. Because he wanted to be on the end because he was being a gentleman, like, oh, I don't want to squash you. Well, bitch, I don't want to squash either of y'all. And I probably would have had to sit in the middle, and you know how awkward that shit would have been.
You've been sliding back and forth, go, wee.
I almost got in on a separate car, but I don't know.
Were you scared that thing was
It was
gonna
like-
throw you?
Being on alone, yeah, because it would be like this, and like I would fucking slam on each wall.
Something that really kills me is there's one moment that lives in my head that I'm like, I can't tell if he was being genuine or if that was another lie to get me to just calm down. When we went to Cedar Point, you know I have like a fear of heights, right? Like I hate heights. It makes me have a panic attack. We had to take the skyline across Cedar Point, and at one point, he would every time we took it, he would hold my hand and he was like, "Look at me, you trust me, right? You know I'd never hurt you, right? Like you're safe up here. I've got you. You're fine." He's like, "Look, do you want to look at the ocean? Do you want to like try and relax? Because that thing moves slow as fuck."
Yeah, and it's tall. I've never been on it, but I've seen it, and I'm like,
I low-key felt. I think he actually felt bad at one point because he tried to calm me down on it, and he was like, "Look, you can see the ocean." I looked over and saw the top of a building and started crying, and he was like, "I'm so sorry."
Oh, he did put up a good front. I will admit that, because he fooled me at times too. And I bet like people on the outside would have been like, "Oh, that's a stable relationship." But if you actually,
yeah, when I told all his friends, they were like, "Are you fucking kidding me? We thought you were fine and stable and like you guys were happy."
Mm-hmm. Even Landon's like, "Oh, they were nice." Yeah.
Yeah. He put up a front and I just followed along because I was stupid and thought he was being genuine. I mean, men fucking suck.
Men ain't shit.
This is the second time that I've had a serious relationship with a man, and both of them have cheated. Numerous times.
Yeah.
Sometimes I just want to pack all my shit and go off the grid.
Honestly, I'm in. Like, I would love to get a homestead and just like get like an acre of like land and like be that weird neighbor that has. You would hear stories about like they killed their whole family and now they live there and they're like hooligans. You can hear them howling at night. Like, I want to be that.
Deadass, I have a friend that's offering to like let me come live with them, and they're over by California, and I might.
Really?
I might.
As long as you still do the podcast.
Fucking grab your shit, come with me.
I'm thinking about it.
Like, I might. I don't know. I know that I am not staying in that house. I put in applications for the apartments.
Mm-hmm. I think that'll be good.
And my mom was like, if you can't find an apartment for the dog, me and Tom are getting a new house soon. You know, we'll take Chesty in so he doesn't have to be rehomed. Because it's really hard to find a place that'll let Chesty in because he's a pit bull.
Yeah. Save the pities, guys. And he's a sweet boy, unless you blow in his face.
And then he's like, "What the fuck you just do to me?"
But yeah, he's a sweet boy, but I feel like pit bulls get shit on a lot.
They do, and it sucks.
They're just big babies. Just don't be aggressive. Don't treat them like monsters, because they're really not. You treat them like a monster, they'll become a monster. You treat them like a little big baby, they are going to be the biggest babies you'll ever know. But yeah. I guess before we end the episode, do you want to go on your Tinder and make fun of the boys?
Yeah.
Yeah. Some of these people have the audacity to put some bullshit in their bio.
Okay. This man, literally, I don't smoke. Sorry, not sorry. Tired of being ghosted. Also, I can solve a Rubik's Cube in under a minute.
That man's scrawny. I don't even have to look at it. Am I right? Scrawny boy.
You are right. He is a scrawny boy.
Scrawny boy. A lot of them are scrawny. But they have, like, pseudo big dick energy.
Pseudo big dick energy.
Yeah, because it's not real.
You're right.
I almost said, tell me I'm wrong.
This one. I like long walks on the beach with my girlfriend until the LSD wears off and I realize that I'm just dragging a mannequin around a Wendy's parking lot. Please don't ghost me.
You had me in the first half because I was like, who actually puts I love long walks on the beach? A psychopath. And then they hit us with the LSD Wendy's parking lot and mannequin?
Yeah. Yeah.
God, he eats fucking crack for for breakfast.
For cereal.
Yeah. Although Will ultimately be my favorite.
Will was going through it.
I know, but the vibes. He looks like a fun ass guy.
I mean, I've made friends on this thing already. Like just straight up friends that are like, I don't want date, I don't want sex, I want friend. And I'm like, friend.
That's how people are on Yubo. It's either overtly sexual or hey, I'm in a relationship, but like I want some FaceTime buddies. And I'm like, okay.
Also, it's the fact that a lot of them have their thing set as straight man only.
Right. Isn't there settings that you can change? Why are they so worried? Trust me, I'm straight. I may look like a homosexual, but I am straight.
There was one that I was like, are you sure about that?
Definitely wasn't Will. Will was my guy. Oh, Zyler? Yeah, that's a queer. Sorry, Zyler.
You're
queer. God, what does the bio say?
FaceTime dates, question mark? I smoke a lot.
Yeah, that's the queerest thing I've ever seen. Oh, sorry to out you. But you're gay. Just in case you didn't know, you are. Or he's a really feminine e-boy.
I'm trying to be Flynn Rider so I can find my Rapunzel. Puts his height. I will instinctively swipe right if you have a doggo. Don't ask me about my bottle.
That makes me more confused than the Wendy's parking lot mannequin guy.
He's an engineer, though.
That's just a default that people fucking... He fucking riding a fucking... What the... He's riding a big-ass beetle.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Because that's what you put on your dating app. It's a picture of you with a bunch of girls.
Oh, I thought those were the bros. Like the no homo, but they fuck each other bros.
Okay, but he has a pit bull.
Oh, that makes up for everything. Barely.
Barely. Oh.
Let's do one more. Uh-oh, what happened? Oh!
Did not expect that one. Okay.
Okay, one more to finish us off.
Let's find a good one.
Because honestly, if you guys want more of this Tinder stuff or relationship advice or like men ain't shit type vibes, we'll do it. Just comment, let us know.
The disappointing sibling trademark.
Oh.
Will 100% fuck you up in Mario Kart. Give me an ounce of attention and you'll probably get most of mine. And then he put Cancer, Aries rising, and Sagittarius moon.
Oh. Well. Oh. That's a bear. Wait a goddamn minute. I bet I played him as a character in Skyrim.
You probably have. Oh.
He's okay. He looks like a Viking.
For me. Mm-hmm. It's the beard mug for me.
He kind of gives me my brother vibes. Because my brother grew out his hair, although he can't really grow a beard. Sorry, dude. I called you out, but whatever.
Neither could we all. He kept trying.
Yeah, but he's puss. He's a puss.
You saw that shitty ass facial hair that he had all the time?
Yeah, he tried to be like big and buff, and he was like, look at my face. Where? You look like you're growing pubes out of your face.
He started getting some here, could not grow a mustache, and then it wouldn't grow down the sides like it was supposed to. It would grow straight line right here. On both sides. Just right down.
He had like reverse eyebrows.
Yes! Long ass reverse eyebrows.
Hey, let me turn 180. Maybe you'll look happy. Okay, we need to move on. This was an episode. This was a treat for everybody.
This was needed for me.
This is what therapy needs to be. Making a podcast saying men ain't shit.
Making a podcast shit talking your ex and all the red flags that he gave and how he wasn't slick at all. Yeah, it's the good shit.
If that ain't my type of therapy, I don't know what is. Do you have any final closing thoughts about men or your ex-man?
I would like to point out that I gave him his final fuck you by sending him a picture of his broken CD and he blocked me because of it.
That's a bad bitch energy right there.
It was like a picture of the broken CD and I was like, yeah.
And the Discord, but you really did that.
Yeah, I dropped everything in his server and I was like, ooh, have fun with it.
You have fun with that. You're not the admin.
Literally, he couldn't remove it. And like before I left, he was like, no, someone delete those. Get rid of it now.
Damn. He should have just left the server because there's no coming back from that.
And the admin was like, what the fuck is this?
Let's share this. Oh my gosh.
I think it got spread around because one of his friends in the other Discord was like, yo, one of the admins from another server came over and dropped a bunch of screenshots.
If we don't see this hashtag on Twitter, I'm disappointed. But yeah, this was our first therapy episode, ?
There's gonna be more. We're fucked up.
And if you guys love this shit, we love it too, so we'll do it. Dude. We'll do it, I swear.
I swear.
We'll do it! But yeah. Oh my god. So, I guess this is a fuck you.
Yep. He never really wanted to watch us anyway, so. I mean, if he happens to stumble upon it, but...
Right, the one episode he actually fully listens to is this.
He probably will.
We're gonna lose another subscriber and it be him.
Good!
If your Discord guys are on here, please subscribe. We would love that shit. Share us. Just all the receipts plus a link to this episode.
Goes to his Discord friends. Hey, you want to hear some shit?
Oh my god. Wait, did you leave that server?
Yeah, I did, but I can still get a hold of him. I still have him friended.
You should give him the link to this episode. And be like, do with this as you will.
I mean, I still have his friend.
Oh! Okay, we need to stop. We have plans. Ooh, we got plans. Okay. That is it for this episode of the Naturally Stupid podcast. It's a long one, but thank you. Thank you guys so much for listening. Tune in every Wednesday for your weekly dose of your favorite shit show / therapy. If y'all want that. For our YouTube listeners, subscribe, like, share with your friends, as well as comment, because I will stick around after uploads to respond to your guys' comments. And don't forget to hit the bell to be notified of when we upload. Let me reboot. I almost said surprise. I couldn't read the word support. Support us on Patreon to see behind the scenes as well as other bonus content. You can also support us on Anchor, which will help us to make bigger and better content for y'all. Check us out on our socials. Instagram at The Naturally Stupid Podcast. Twitter at Podcast TNS. TikTok at TNSP TikTok. We made a new TikTok. It's funny as fuck. Catch my mistake, if you can. Mr. Clean. And for our gamers out there, we have Twitch, which is Naturally Stupid, and a server on Discord, which you can just ask for the link to join on our socials stated earlier, and they're also linked in the description below. And as always, I'm AJ.
And I'm Sam.
And we'll see you later, dudes.